yes, it is evening. I'm using my lights this time and we've got a different setup because I'm going to be doing, I don't want to call this a tutorial because I'm probably not going to sit there and talk you through every single step and we might skip bits, but I just fancied a bit of a sit down, little chit chat, get ready with me whilst I do a bit of makeup because I'm feeling really sorry for myself. I went to the doctor's on Wednesday, I want to say, yeah, and got a heavy dose of antibiotics because I'm almost coughing up a lung, basically. I've got a chest infection. We're thinking it could potentially be tonsillitis. Yeah, not good. Not good. So I'm going to try and not keel over during this, but I may have a few coughing fits along the way. So please bear with. I just wanted to put a bit of makeup on so that I could maybe like feel pretty, because I've got, you know, from the Wicked tutorial that I did, or the Wicked video, like getting ready to go to see Wicked, and those crystals that I put, all this bit on this inner corner on both eyes, I've got such dry skin there now. I don't know whether you can see it. Look, it's very textured and it's doing my netting, so I'm gonna have to give my eyes a good scrub at some point. And then I've got all this going on, and also given that it is close to Christmas now, I wanted to do a little bit of a trial run of the makeup that I might do for Christmas Day. At this point, it's anybody's guess what I'm going to do, whether I just feel too ill to bother doing anything and I still really cozy, because this outfit that I've got on now is actually quite comfy, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's meant to be a dupe of the Tala sets with like the long sleeve V-front top and the flared trousers. It's very comfy, and then this little shrug. But I do also have the idea of wearing something a bit more dressy, which is why I wanted to try out the makeup, because I've had to change it up a little bit. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be trying in some stuff just to see how it goes, because if I try and do it on the day, it might not work out that great. So this is going to be my little experiment to see whether I actually like it or not. So eye base and my eyebrows are already done. I've just gone in with my bare brow as usual, my lift and snatch pen, and a little bit of the darker browns in this like taupey colour from my Tarte and Bloom palette. I've literally had this for way too long. Should probably throw it away, but... And then for eye base, I just went in with a mix of my e.l.f. camo concealers. I normally would put a bit of like primer potion on, the Urban Decay one, just to help with the longevity of the base, but because I'm literally just going to put this on, maybe take some pictures and then take it off, I don't want to make it any harder for myself than it needs to be. So we're not doing primer, but normally I would do that. And if you want your eyeshadow to last all day, and even like liner, if you're doing liner and your eyes water like mine do, you should definitely be using that. But for eyeshadow, I was thinking something cool toned, which is a bit different for me, not gonna lie. I usually am a warm toned girly. It's very rare, but I have done a look before and I did really like it. In fact, I'll pop a picture up. It did look really, really nice. And I want to do something similar to that, but maybe a bit more like toned down. Really need to wash my brushes, and this is actually disgusting. It's meant to be like a makeup razor towel. I've had it for absolutely ages, but I just use it to sort of like spot clean my brushes while I'm using them. I need to buy more eyeshadow brushes, to be honest. I might start with Mountain. This sort of like, I'd say this is like a really true taupe sort of colour. It's almost like a warmer toned grey, if that makes sense. I'm just going to pack that on the outside here, I think. Do I want to do that? Oh, that is nice. I mean, not right now. The colour, I mean, not so much the shape. I am going to clean this up later. And then I think to help blend that, let's go in with Clouds. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know whether I like that. I'm kind of in two minds about what to do for Christmas Day in terms of makeup and stuff, because I promised myself I'd get back into doing more makeup looks and, you know, get back to doing what I really enjoy. But I don't know. Christmas Day, I don't know whether I can be bothered. I mean, the last few years, to be fair, I have gone and done like a bit more makeup and made a bit more of an effort on Christmas Day. So maybe I should. And I did find like I did plan, should I say, a really cute outfit. So I've got this dress from PLT that's like a really dark burgundy colour, and then a cardigan, and I did plan to wear that, but then I tried it on with this grey shrug yesterday and it actually looked really nice. Like I paired it with some black tights and then some burgundy like pointed kitten heels, and it looked really, really cute. And then I've got like a red velvet bow to put in my hair, so my plan was to like pull the front bit back, have my fringe pieces down like so, and then the bow at the back, and it would have looked really, really cute. So that was kind of why I wanted to try a more grey toned look, because I feel like it would tie in the shrug a little bit better. I'm trying to get this bit as deep as I possibly can so that when it comes to the black that I'm going to add, and maybe like this darker grey here, I think shadow, is it called? Yeah, shadow. When I go in with that and then like a bit of the black to do the smoky wing, it'd just be a bit easier to blend and I don't have to try as hard, because the last thing I wanted to do was put black there and then have to try and blend that out. I think I'm still trying to find like the right shape wing for my eye, because my eye shape's just really awkward. I have a lot of lid space and then not so much here, so I have tried to pluck my brows so they kind of come out straight, because they used to come, no word of a lie, they were down here. So that's how much I plucked off the end, just to kind of try and change the shape so I have a bit more to play with out here, because I don't have much in this bit. Okay, now on a teeny tiny brush. I think, what is this? This is a PC38 from Peaches and Cream. Love this set. I think I spoke about it in that Wicked video. I need to get another set of these, because these teeny tiny little detailer brushes, like there's this one, the PC22. Love them, need all of them. Give me 14 of them right now. Like, shadow shade. I'm just going to start to deepen up this bit here. And I'm not too fussed about it going like underneath or anything at the moment, because I'm going to clean that up anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that this outer bit is like nice and deep and then blends into the other shade. Oh, I'm so sick of coughing at this point. I mean, I probably really shouldn't be talking. That's probably not helping at all. Can't just sit here and just put makeup on in silence. Normally I'd have like a video on or something, like I'd be watching YouTube or something like that. I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you guys. Not that you can talk to me in real time, but you know, you can always put something in the comments and then we can start a little dialogue there. Why not? Okay, now it's time for the fun bit, which is the black. And this, can we just look at this black? The blacks in the By Beauty Bay palettes are so underrated. They're just, I don't know how they do it. Is it like activated charcoal or something that's in them, because they're super black? Do the trick that I did the other day where I kind of just pull it out to the side. So I'm trying to match like this inner corner triangle here and do that on the end, because I find that is a little bit more flattering and kind of pulls my eye up. If that makes sense? Probably not. Again, if I blend it down, I can always go back and fix it, but I just wanted to clean it up so I knew where to put the wing and I wasn't just kind of winging it. Bad pun. Please don't unsubscribe, Jesus Christ. I promise at some point the silly, silly little jokes will stop, but right now, no. And once I've done this once, I should be okay. Like it will be then good to go for when it's the big day. I'm making it sound like I'm doing my wedding makeup. Shut up, Steph. But something like that, I don't want to just, in fact, let's clip my hair back. But something like that, if I'm going to have it on most of the day, and there's a potential that we're going to be taking pictures and stuff, I want it to look nice, and I don't want it to F up. So doing this just means that I can get a rough idea of what I want and make changes at that time if I feel like I need it. Already, this is looking like I've been punched in the eye. It's great, it's great. It's very much a trust the process, because I always find that, especially when I'm doing bold looks like this, I always hate it, absolutely hate it, until it gets to a point where I've done the basis of my eyes, done my winged liner, put my lashes on, and then it starts to make more sense. It'll all be good. But you see, this is why I wanted to do grey, because it makes my eyes pop and I like it. And then going back in with a little bit of that black called Tattoo, I'm just gonna re-add in a bit of that wing again. So what is your plan for the day, on Christmas Day? Are you going to dress up? Are you gonna do your makeup, feel pretty? Or is your family very much like a PJs and slippers kind of house on Christmas Day? Because I love the idea of either, to be honest. I love my pajamas. I feel like this year I basically just gone crazy for jammies and bought an absolute crap ton. Like the drawer in the bed that has all of my pajamas and hoodies and joggers in is now overflowing. I can't fit any more in, and I actually just ordered another pair the other day and they came today. But they're my Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve jammies. They're really nice. I'll show you a picture here. I got them from PLT, as I do most of my PJs. But they're so cute. And I actually have the same PJs, just in a different colour. I've got them in like a sandy beige sort of colour. In fact, it's probably the same colour as that shadow there, that mountain shade. Really nice, sort of like cool toned, beigey, sort of almost greeny grey sort of colour. Love it. And then these ones are just the exact same but in burgundy, because it's Christmas. Is that a bit much? We'll see once I've got my foundation and stuff on, because I can always like get rid of a little bit of this. Oh, this dry bit on the inside of my eye is killing me. It's so textured. I hate it. I hate it. I'll be fine though. Be fine. Okay, and now let's go in. Let's use like a fluffy brush. I'm gonna use the white shade called Snow. Might be a bit risky. Should I mix it with something else? I did drag out my Naked Basics palette. Does anybody remember this? Absolute classic. I don't think I've ever really used it. Maybe once. Spend money on it and don't use it. That sounds about right. Because I have so much makeup that I've just not used, or that I don't use that often, because I like buy stuff because it's trending and I feel like I need it, and I convince myself that I'll use it for all sorts of stuff, and then I just don't. I mean, one of those things being this palette, this is literally the first time I've used it, and I bought it to use in the Dominican. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, who did I honestly think I was, taking eyeshadow palettes like this to go to the Dominican, when I knew full well that I would have lash extensions on and really not give a shit about putting eyeshadow on? That's one eye up to now done. What I'm going to do, so that this doesn't end up being incredibly long, is get the other eye up to speed off camera, and then we'll be back to do like liner and lashes, and then carry on with the rest of my face. Okay, so eyes are looking very similar. I've just gone and curled my lashes because once we've done liquid liner, like a wing, I'm gonna use a half lash. So I do need to put a bit of mascara on like the inner corner lashes, otherwise it's gonna look weird. But whilst I was doing this eye, one thing I was like, it's definitely missing at the moment, and we're gonna add more sparkle later with Drip Drip. But I just wanted a little sun, and you can't even really see it. In person you can, it looks really pretty. But I took the shade Nightclub, this like dark, I want to say it's like a black shimmer. It's like a really, really deep, dark sort of gunmetal grey. And I just patted it over the dark bit, just in like a wing sort of shape with my finger. And it looks so pretty. And this is very quickly turning into a like New Year's Eve type look over something I could wear for Christmas Day. It is me though, to be fair. I would definitely wear something like this for Christmas Day. But now, liquid liner. And I can't really talk while I'm doing this, so I'm just gonna have to be silent for a second whilst I do it. And I found as well with my eye shape now, rather than trying to kind of like swoop it up, I just go straight out. Like I said, I'm trying to mimic this triangle that I have on the inner corner, but on the outside. And voila, that is about as close as we're going to get them, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do. And then before I put on my false lashes, I'll do a little bit of mascara. I'm more bothered about these inner corner ones than I am about anything else. And I need to know, what is everyone else's mascara face like? Because mine is just my resting bitch face. I know most women kind of go, but I just don't feel the need to do that. Okay, mascara done. Now it's time for lashes. And I'm thinking these ones from Tatty Lashes, this is the half lash era ones. So nice. We'll never love them as much as my 90s baby lashes. I think those are the lashes that I would love to be buried in. Okay, lashes are glued, ready to stick. Like normally I am opposed to half lashes, but these, so pretty. Et voila, lashes are on. So we're looking a bit crazy, but this is where it really starts to come together because the eyes are making a little bit more sense now. But once we've got everything else on and I've covered up this monstrosity and this one and this one and this one, I'll feel a little bit better, or I hope I'm going to feel a little bit better, because I've already moisturised, but I feel like I want a little bit more moisture. So I'm going in with the Grace's Faces Moisturising Priming Base, which I haven't used for a while, so it might not work. Reminder to clean that properly. I really like this actually. I don't know why I don't use it more often. I normally use my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream to moisturise my skin before I put makeup on. And again, on the day, I probably will use my e.l.f. Gripping Primer or the Wee Cherie from the Beauty Crop, because it is like a really good sticky base that just, makeup just goes on it so well. For a bit of colour and coverage, so let's get these on my face. Because what I tend to find is, much like anybody who uses fake tan, my face is always paler than the rest of me. And I think it's because even though I tan, as in like when I'm in the sun, or like if I go in the sunbeds on occasion, I do wash my face at least once a day, like sometimes twice a day. I've even done it 3 times a day before when I've been doing like loads of makeup stuff during the day. But because of that, my skin on my face just ends up really pale all the time. And everyone's always like, don't match your foundation to your neck. Well, I can't match it to my face, bitch, or I'm gonna be pale. And then I will look weird. And we're blended. Still looking a little bit crazy, but it's fine. Before I do anything else, I'm just gonna blend a little bit of this under my eyes and on. I'm gonna leave that on my blemishes actually. But I am gonna blend my under eyes, because this I just use as a little bit of a colour corrector. Not so much for like right underneath here, because we're going to blend eyeshadow there anyway. but I do want to counteract some of that bluey purple that I do have under my eyes. Because I've got the cool tone like here, it's really emphasizing on the inner corner. And then to highlight, I'm going to put the lightest shade I have of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Okay, moving on to contour. Just as usual, I've been obsessed with this palette for a while now, ever since I got it. It's just a really nice balmy texture. I tend to bronze more than I contour, to be fair, and contour that massive schnoz. I conceal her hair. Or again, am I just being paranoid? I don't know. Annoying me. Is it on my brush? That's why. Bronzing around my forehead, or five head as I like to call it. See, I'm already starting to feel a little bit better about myself. Okay, and for blush, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I don't really have what I feel would be the perfect shade, but I do have these, and we've got Sweet Cheeks, Rosy Posy, and Strawberry Cream. But I'm thinking if I do a mixture of them, it could work. Sweet Cheeks, then Rosy Posy on the back of my hand, and then I'll try a little bit of this afterwards. We'll see what those two look like. Oh, that's actually quite a nice colour. I think that looks good. Do I want to add a bit of Strawberry Cream? It's great. Okay, that's actually cooled it down a little bit. Nice. We can finish blending and stuff later. I think for now, I need to just get this concealer blended underneath my eyes. Where's my brush? There it is. And I just go in and pat this out. If I try and blend it out completely with the sponge, it spreads too much. And then we blend. And then teeny tiny bit of concealer just to highlight the center of my nose. Okay, now to set the under eye. I'm gonna go in with the Vitamin Babe from Beauty Crop in the shade Pink. And then a little bit of my Kiko Lasting Perfection, is it called? Weightless Perfection powder foundation. I do also sometimes use the Makeup Revolution, but I'm running low on it. And with this being like a cool toned look, I figured it'd be good to use a pink toned powder. And then that just sits there and I look crazy for a while. But then some powder foundation. Ooh. Yeah, already with this look, I think, especially the eyes, not so much the base. I think the base is looking okay, but definitely the eyes are very heavy. I'm thinking already next time there's going to be some changes that I make. And I've let that sit for a bit. Oh my god, I thought that was a nose hair then. It's actually the shadow from my nose ring. That's hilarious. Okay, now that I've let that sit for a bit, I'm just gonna pat it into my skin. Because I find if I try and swipe it away, like the good old influencers would tell you to do, it goes all patchy and then I get like brush strokes. Whereas if I just pat it, it gets rid of the excess by like patting it into my skin. And it just looks so much better. I'm not going to be able to get rid of that completely. It ain't going anywhere. It is here to stay. And now for my favourite bit. Well, one of my favourite bits. Bronzer. Again, my trusty Kiko Silky Glow bronzer. I love this. Like, honestly, if you haven't tried this yet, you really need to. Especially if you've been wanting to try or already have the Hourglass powders, like the ambient light powders, the bronzy one. It is literally the exact same thing, only a hell of a lot cheaper. And here's me saying that I'm not going to like make this a tutorial, but here I am explaining every single step of my makeup. So now just using a mix of blushes, just a mix of pinks from the P. Louise, I think it's chapter 2. I feel like though I need to bronze up this outer part of my face. Am I now getting the Neapolitan ice cream face? Is that what I'm doing? Oh. Have I got bronzer blindness? Like, is that what's going on right now? Okay, before we do highlight, I think I want to finish the eyes because it's getting there. It's just not quite there yet. Back in with the Smokey palette. I'm going to take Mountain and Shadow and just kind of blend them a little bit. I think I'm only going to go like halfway because, like I said, I don't want this bottom bit to be really, really heavy. I want to try and keep the eye nice and bright. I think there's a time and a place for a really deep, smoky, sultry look, but Christmas Day just, for me, is not it. Before I go in with a little bit of lower lash mascara, I'm just going to mix together Tattoo and Shadow, which are like the darkest grey and the black. And I'm just going to pat a little bit along my lower lash line, just to define that a little bit. And then a quick blend, nothing on the brush, I'm literally just going to run it under my eye. And then lower lash mascara. I just want a little bit just to define my lashes slightly. I want them to be like feathery. So far we're looking okay, but I want to brighten up those eyes a little bit. So I'm going to put some nude liner on, I think, just to brighten that up. But you see how that just brightens up a little bit? Like, that looks really weird. I feel like for one, this eye looks so much bigger than this one now. That is weird. Okay, other eye. Okay, and now with the way this has turned out, there is a lip that I've put together, but I'm feeling like I might have to do a different one because the look's turned out way darker than I thought it would. But I like it. It's looking nice in the viewfinder. Let's do highlight. Thinking something a little bit different. Like, I'm sick of using my Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going in with the Fenty Hustler Baby, the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. Don't ask me how I remember that. Oh, such a pretty highlight. Now the lip combo is one that I've been obsessed with, but it is just such a nice combo. This, I think, is meant to be a dupe for the Kylie lip liners, but it's called Dragon Rani or Dragon Renee. I don't know. But it's one of their waterproof liners in the shade 006. But can you see how, like, this might be a bit intense. I might have to do nude lip. But I'm going to try it on first, see what I think, and then we'll see. And then just blend that a little bit. And then e.l.f. lip oil in the shade Jam Session. It's just so good. I like it, but let me take my hair down and let's see. I don't know what I think. I feel like it's a little bit too dark, but I do have other bits that I could probably use. Okay, lip is off. I feel like that lip was just really overpowering. Like, already this looks better and I've got nothing on my lips. I might try a Sweet Tea because that is my like go-to lip liner. Already feeling loads better about that, but I've got these. So I want to try some of them. Like, these two here to me look exactly like the Fenty Gloss Bombs, like Hot Chocolate and Fenty Glow. Do they not? I might have to do like a bit of a TikTok or something on them, because if they are a dupe, so much cheaper. But this one here in the shade Crystal Baller looks so pretty in the packaging, and I just want to put it all over my lips. Might be a bit much with it being like really shiny, but I'll give it a go. Oh wow, that is very glittery. Oh, she's pretty. I do like that. Some may say a bit much for Christmas Day, but like I was saying, I think when I actually do the makeup, I'm gonna do a lot less smoke. I think I will just use some of the lighter shades in the palette. But you know what? For shits and gigs, let's just try out this one here. This is in the shade Apology Tour. That's funny. Does that not look like it would go with this like really, really well? I'll probably do like a TikTok swatching every single one, to be honest, because they're all just absolutely stunning. Like this one in Citrine Gleam is just absolutely stunning. Apology Tour just looks so cute. Then there's obviously the Crystal Baller, and then these two. So we've got Choco Luxe, which again has to be a dupe for Hot Chocolate, and then Super Neutral, which does look like a dupe for the Fenty Glow. Is it called the Universal Lip Luminizer? Like it just, the name and the colour, it screams Fenty to me with these two. So stay tuned because that might be on my TikTok. But for now, I'm just going to try this one because it looks so interesting. It looks like a lilac-y white base with like blue and purple glitters running through it. It looks pretty. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's definitely giving purple. I really like that. Imagine doing like it's like I'm cold or like cold girl makeup and then putting this on. Am I feeling inspired? I love the formula of these lip oils as well. They're so pretty. Oh, okay. I like that. I really do. But for now, I'm going to take it off. We'll put our other lip back on. I'm done. I'm not going to do my hair. I really can't be bothered. Just between you and me, I haven't actually brushed it today. Yeah, that's how unbothered I am. But wearing a bit of makeup has made me feel a little bit better. Not physically. I still feel like I'm about to cough up part of my lung at any given moment. But mentally, I feel a little bit better. Like I don't feel like I look like a foot now. And you know, maybe I could get away with wearing this for Christmas Day. Because it didn't actually take me that long, to be honest. Like if I wasn't sat here talking to the camera and having to mess about with stuff, it literally would have taken me, like the eyes on their own would have taken me like 15 minutes. But it's just if it's too much with the outfit. But it is a very pretty look. So yeah, that was my semi get ready with me / makeup tutorial. Like I said right at the beginning, this wasn't going to be a makeup tutorial, and then I sat here and proceeded to tell you exactly what I was doing and what I was using. So if you want to use this as a tutorial, go for it. But if it goes wrong, please don't blame me. I am not a makeup artist. But that kind of does it for now. I've got a few more makeup-y type videos coming up because I'm ill. Obviously our plans have changed. Like we were meant to have a date night on Friday and that didn't happen, and then we were meant to go to the Christmas markets and that didn't happen. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do like makeup-y things because I didn't think I was going to get to do like a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial this year, but plans change and it looks like I'm going to be able to do that now. And then there'll be like us packing to go to Wales for Christmas, and then there's obviously Christmas Eve as well. So yeah, a few little exciting bits ahead. And for the New Year's Eve tutorial, or the New Year's Eve makeup look, should I say, I'm not going to call it a tutorial, to help keep it a little bit more interesting. And you know, maybe you guys could like follow along as we're going through. I found a post on Pinterest that is all questions centered around you making a fresh start. So you're reflecting on the last year to kind of set yourself up for a new year. I figured that'd be a good thing to go through whilst I'm like doing my makeup for New Year's Eve, or like what I would be wearing on New Year's Eve. Now I'm kind of thinking I want to do this, so I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on and think like what we can do to make it different. But yeah, that kind of does it for this one. So I really hope you've enjoyed this look, because I now don't want to take this off. I think it looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to be taking lots of pictures with this and posting them everywhere. I better go because it's getting late and I need to edit this video and upload it as well. That is going to be me signing off for the night before I end up sitting here for another 15 minutes. So thank you for watching Vlogmas Day 8. I can't believe it's been 8 videos now. Crazy. But I'm going to love you and leave you and see you tomorrow. Bye.